There are very few things in life better than the bragging rights you have after taking all your friends' money in poker. So I'm going to make a custom wooden box to hold that lucky deck of cards. I'm picturing a tall, narrow box, lid that slides on and off. Maybe I'll put some magnets in it so it snaps into place. We'll see. A wood liner on the inside of it. And because this isn't a very big project, I could use some pretty nice wood, like this piece of maple. It has some gorgeous figure in it. It looks like kind of like a feather. This is going to be perfect for this project. I got to take this gorgeous piece of wood and cut it up into a bunch of little pieces. And then, well, reassemble them all to make a gorgeous piece of wood again. That's kind of the definition of woodworking, isn't it? I'm going to go ahead and cut pieces for the front, the back, and the two sides. I'm going to go super thin with these because, well, it's a card box. So it's not like it has to be super industrial strength. The figure in these is absolutely bonkers. I can't wait to get some finish on it, but well, first I gotta make the actual box. So I'm over at my table saw. I've got a ripping blade in my saw with a flat tooth. I'm gonna cut some rabbets along a bunch of the ends of these. That way I can assemble the whole thing together. So, rabbit time. Or rebate for those of you who live in a place that I don't live at. And it's rabbit with an E, not rabbit with an I, unless you spell rabbit with an E when you actually mean rabbit with an I. Let me get back to work. I'm gonna glue the whole thing together, top, bottom, everything. Basically just make a giant brick. That's looking pretty good to me. Now I need to take this and turn it into an actual box. So I am going to cut it in half. I'm going to wrap this whole thing with blue painter's tape just to try to prevent any sort of tear out before I cut it. And I need to figure out what's the ratio between the length of the cap versus the base. And I'll eyeball it and make a mark. I also need to mill up some material so I can put a liner inside this guy. It's coming along nicely. I like how it's turning out. I really like the grain flows up into the cap, and you know what? It's reversible. The grain also flows down the backside of it too, so you can put the lid on both ways. There are a couple fundamental truths in this universe. The earth revolves around the sun. I will eat way too much food on Thanksgiving, and somebody will recommend installing magnets in a project when it really makes no sense to do so. Well, let's install some magnets. I got these tiny little guys, so I'm going to drill some tiny holes to put these tiny magnets inside of it using a tiny drop of epoxy. This maple is going to look amazing when I put finish on it, but I want that grain to stand out even more. So what I'm going to do is dye it. So I've got some brown dye stain, I got some water, I got a cup. I am going to dilute the stain in the cup and then apply it to the whole box. Let it soak in. Once it dries, I'm going to sand all of it off, every bit of it. But some of it's going to stay inside the grain, which is what I want. Then whenever I apply finish, all that grain is just going to boom, pop. That was a bit dramatic, but let's hope that's exactly what happens. Oh man. Ooh, I like the look of that. It might be a little bit tough to see, but the grain is much more pronounced now that I've dyed it. So I get to apply finish now. I've got some Armor Seal satin. This is one of my favorite wipe-on finishes. So I'm gonna apply it to the whole thing. Probably 3 coats, I'm gonna guess. I always love applying the first coat of finish. Oh, woo. Oh man. Wow. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe off all the excess to this. I know that the instructions say to not do this, but I do it all the time. And I prefer it this way because it dries faster. Man, that looks so good. It's almost a crime to own. Gorgeous little box, just how I envisioned it. And look at that maple. Whew, just jumps out at you. Playing card dimensions can vary from one manufacturer to another. I went with standard bicycle cards because, well, they're standard. So my cards fit in my box absolutely perfect. Now, if you were to make something like this and you had a little bit of wiggle room, you could fill that gap by buying some blank cards. Usually they'll have the same back, but a blank face. Look up magic cards if you're trying to find some. Hope you enjoyed this project and this video. Until we meet again, get in your shop and build something awesome.